as with T-Mobile, we're here to do the live unboxing of the new Samsung Galaxy S23, S23 Plus, and S23 Ultra. I've got my Galaxy Tab S8 Plus right here, so I can see your comments in relatively real time. I'm actually tuned into the YouTube stream, so I'm seeing the comments. If I see a good one, Susanna, if you see a good one, Susanna's on the controls in the back. We will pin the comment. We're going to go through all the features, all the specs, talk a little bit about pricing, availability. Of course, it's today, so happy launch day to the Samsung team. We've got some Samsung members in the house. Like I said, we're in our Factoria store, so we got the Factoria team here. If you haven't watched it already, last night we posted our full unboxing of our adventure down to Samsung Unpacked, which was in San Francisco this year. Go check it out. It's on our YouTube page. I'll make sure to put a link in the description. But of course, if you're watching live on YouTube, you can find it right there. Be sure to drop a comment. Tell us what you think. If you like the adventure style, we got to go back out into the real world and do kind of a more fun unboxing rather than the studio. I love the studio. Studio's great. Store's great, but we got to go out, shoot great shots of Golden Gate and Palace of Fine Arts and all over San Francisco, into Chinatown for some awesome nightography. It was such a great experience. So be sure to go check that out. And without further ado, let's get into it. So we should probably just grab one of these guys. I think I'll start with the Ultra right here. And a little bit, just gonna pop open the box, pull him out. We'll get back to the unboxing a little bit later. Now, you guys keep me honest. I always forget to go back to the unboxing at the end. So, you know, I'm bad with that, right? I always forget. So right off the bat, displays. With your standard Galaxy S23, you've got a 6.1-inch screen. I bet these are even turned on. Oh, of course, they're not turned on. This one's probably the only one that's not turned on. But we'll show you real quick all of those guys. There's the 23. That's a 6.1-inch on the Plus. And by the way, Seth is actually filming with our Lavender Plus. So we're going to pull out a black one, but Lavender's kind of the hero color of the Plus. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Thank you. There is, that one's going, that one's going. And then look at this. There is a beautiful full-size Ultra. The Ultra is the 6.8-inch. Now that's a QHD Plus screen. The other two are full HD Plus displays. So 6.1. I get all the fun Android stuff. 6.6 on the Plus and 6.8 on the Ultra. And I'll try to line these up. Seth, tell me if I'm doing a good job of lining things up here, making it look nice. Trying to give you some box examples, some color examples here. How's that look? You never know.
It's a beautiful.
You never know with me. All right. So display is gorgeous. If you didn't see, we got to showcase from our streaming partner, Paramount Plus, a little bit of the new Star Trek Picard. Is it the final season, you guys? Is it really the final season? I don't know, Star Trek. I feel like we'll always get into, there'll always be another something Star Trek. And the ship, the Titan, is in all the shots. It's just the coolest looking thing. So check that out in our unboxing video. Screens are gorgeous. They look, of course, right? The Ultra's what's in my pocket right here. Look at my screen. So there you go. There's the screen on Ultra, 6.8 inches. And that is a shot from Hawaii taken with my S22, not 23 hasn't got to go to Hawaii yet. It's brand new. It just launched today. So nice. Did they get them maybe yesterday? If anybody got one yesterday, go ahead and throw somebody up there who got one already. Now I see the specs for the screens were up on the screen. So if you didn't see that, you can catch it in the replay. And by the way, thank you. If you're watching on the replay because you missed us here bright and early on this Friday morning, maybe you're watching on Monday. I'm taking my Ultra to a little vacation next week. I'll be in Costa Rica, so watch my Twitter handle. There'll be all kinds of cool images from my Ultra. It's ready to go. Okay, cameras, that's the next thing. Let's get into it. So S23 and S23 Plus are pretty much the same. Got a 50 megapixel main camera. That's a wide camera. Then you've got a 12 megapixel ultra wide and a 10 megapixel tele. The tele has 3 times optical. I'm always looking over at Lisa to keep myself honest. Yeah, 3 times optical zoom, and then up to a 30x digital on the regular and the Plus. Now, once we get to Ultra, as we were talking about, and maybe Seth, we should just show off the Ultra in all its glory there. Beautiful. The new 200 megapixel, and everybody's like, really, do megapixels matter? Blah, 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 blah. I would say yes, for a couple of reasons. This is a new sensor. It's fantastic. Lets in more light. We'll get to nightography in a second. But also, you can choose to shoot this at the 200 megapixel full resolution. You can shoot it at a 50, just like these guys. And then you can bring it all the way down just to a normal 12 with the binning. So images look fantastic. If you haven't watched the video, nightography looks great here. In fact, I have some of the photos that we took in San Francisco. Awesome pictures, going to my gallery, making sure everything's suitable for, actually, you guys want to see something really cool? So even the thumbnails that we shoot right here on our phones. So we're filming with the phone. We're using T-Mobile 5G for our stream. You guys can see I'm actually using my Galaxy Buds 2 Pros. These aren't mine. I don't have lavender ones. These are my daughter's. I couldn't find my black ones this morning, but I think the lavender looks okay. It kind of goes well with the black shirt, but we're getting the audio from this stream from the Bud 2 Pros and everything. So there is a thumbnail that's probably not as cool as nightography. Well, the zoom is pretty crazy. Check this out. Okay, House of Fine Arts. Now, we'll talk about 8K video next, but look at this gorgeous nighttime. I mean, this was a pitch black night. Wow. And the Palace of Fine Arts is a beautiful place, built in like, now I'm going to test myself. I think 1913 or 1914 in San Francisco. Gorgeous space. That's where Samsung's last Live Unpacked was before this year's. So, and then we had the little COVID thing came along, you know, that kind of took care of that. But cameras, so we talked enough about Ultra. You know what? I don't think I covered off. There's a couple extra lenses on the back. So you got the 200 megapixel wide. You've got the 12 megapixel ultra wide. You've got the 10 megapixel tele with 3 times optical. You've got a second tele with a 10 times optical. And then if you guys haven't seen it, I know that I put up on like my TikTok, I think Marquez Brownlee put one up. Maybe I'll film a new one next week. Moonshots. When you get that 100x space zoom, you can take pictures of the moon, and no one believes it until they see it. They're like, holy smokes, it's true. So a couple examples there. People are starting to catch on to the moonshots finally. It's pretty cool. We've had it since, I think, S21, right? Maybe even S20. Now I have to think about it. As soon as we had kind of that first really high-res periscoping camera, we could start to get moonshots, but definitely.
Are the displays further or are they
so that's a great question. So bumping back to displays real quick, I will kind of try to show them. They probably show real well. The S23 and S23 Plus are flat displays, and there, that's probably the best angle. That looks really good. And then the Ultra has an ever so slight curve on the edge, but it's minimal. It's very small. It's more to make the bigger screen fit well in the hand. Very nice in-hand feel. You'll notice this year, the edges, we talked design here a little bit. The edges have a slight curve on the screen, and then they have a nice little like flat spot on the edge, and then another curve. Last year on the 22, it was just a half circle on the side, and it was a little, in my opinion, a little harder to hold. I feel like the 23 Ultra especially, much easier to hold. Now we've talked. No, my fingerprints. We're cleaning all the time. I have a microfiber cleaning cloth right over there. If you see fingerprints, let us know. We'll clean them off. But the back, it is like a frosted glass kind of effect on the back. The back is great. So you can see the colors here, and I'm jumping around. Do you want to jump down to colors real fast? Might as well just show them since I'm talking about them. There's a green. There's a phantom black. Here, this is why I pulled this extra one out. There is a lavender. We'll just stick him in there real quick so you can see all 4 colors. And then a cream. Very nice. Yeah, they love them. So now we're out of order. Let's see. Cam, video. Oh, video. Well, so that Palace of the Fine Arts shot you saw there, this is kind of a nice transition from the screens, beautiful high-res screens. The phones shoot in 8K. All 3 of the phones. So the 50 megapixel cameras and the 200 megapixel cameras have the capability to shoot in up to 8K 30 frames per second. This is the first year we've gone to 30K or 8K 30 frames per second. In the last couple of years, we've had 8K 24. and 30 gives you a little better detail. With the new sensors, gives you a little bit better, light coming in. And the video, it's quite usable at 8K 30 frames per second. Really, that's something where you're filming at that high resolution. You're probably, if you're like Seth, our cameraman here, you're maybe punching in, you're looking for things inside of that shot, so you're going to bring it down to 4K or even just full HD. That 8K really gives you a lot to work with. You can punch in and pick out scenes and things like that. Most of the rest of you guys are going to film in either full HD for your TikToks, for your reels, things like that, or pictures of your kids, stuff like that, videos of your kids, or you might shoot in 4K and then throw it up on your big screen TV, right? Let's see. Lavender's the fan favorite. Quick poll. Let's see in the comments below. I see wows. I would love a lavender. I see some greens. Very nice. Thank you for reminding me. I wasn't even looking at chat. I was like, just talking away. Love to hear myself talk. Batteries. So, boy, big batteries. So on the standard S23, we're looking at 3,900 milliamps. On the S23 Plus, 4,700 milliamps. And then on Ultra, 5,000 milliamp hour battery. And with the processor, I'm jumping around. Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 4 Galaxy. I feel like it's more efficient. I'm getting better battery life this year over my 22 than I was. The batteries haven't changed too much really, but I think with the processor and everything else going on, it just feels like I'm getting more battery life out of the S23 than I was previously. And I'm lasting, personally heavy user, I'm lasting solid 2 full days. I'm actually getting to the morning of the 3rd day before I'm starting to see some warnings that I need to charge. All 3 devices have quick charge up to, I didn't even check this spec, 45 watts on quick charge. Sound right? Yeah. So 45 on all 3. They all have wireless charging across the board. They charge with a USB-C cable, which will be in the box when we get to the in-the-box contents. Now, S Pen. Well, let me come back to S Pen. I wanna live life on the edge since we're showing all kinds of stuff off on the phone. I was like, well, we're in a pretty good spot. We should probably get 500-600 megs down. Should we run a speed test? I mean, why not on live? Normally people go to a spot and they get like a nice gig download, and we have spots like that with the 3-carrier aggregation that this phone has specifically for the T-Mobile network with what we've done and what Samsung's done in the engineering. This phone is faster, theoretically, on T-Mobile than anywhere else. Now, we're just in a normal store, in a shopping, kind of in a, like what you guys might call a strip mall or a little shopping area. But I'm going to run a quick speed test and see what we get. Let's see. Speed test is booted up. And there it is. And I'll hit go. And I'll try to not cover up all the antennas at the same time. And we're seeing 5, 6, 7, 8. I see some 8s there. Nice. That's a pretty decent little speed test. And we're backing down back into 591 and 6. So if you guys remember the big game, which just happened, if you guys are Kansas City fans, you were very excited. If you were Eagles fans, I'm sorry. But 607 on that speed test, I used to go to the big game. I'm not allowed to say the other word, and run speed tests against all the other carriers. And typically T-Mobile was the best. And there's a real life example. So 600 megs down. I didn't look at the upload, but fast, very fast. And Galaxy S23s should be faster on T-Mobile's nationwide 5G network. So I have to say, there's the plug. This is a T-Mobile live stream. I got to get it in there. We talked about Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. I'm just looking at comments here. Did you mention how the glare was in sunlight? So in the video, the screens actually perform very well in sunlight. You can do a screen brightness booster under your brightness settings to make them even brighter. But we were playing video games on Lombard Street. We were playing, so this is my little pea brain that thinks up these fun things. I go to Lombard Street, the craziest street in the world, to then stand on the side of the street and play a race car game, right? So I'm glad you guys think it's funny. I get the courtesy laughs from the team here in the store. Yeah, Lombard Street, you guys familiar? Very curvy street. Okay, that's where you go to play a race car game, right? And we made sure it was in the background, and we shot it in sunlight, and it looked fantastic. Let's see. Never miss the unboxings. We love them. Which one is a note? So we might as well get that. None of them are a note, but the Ultra has, Seth, you want to come up close? I will unlock with my little finger, and S Pen comes out, and we have great S Pen features. So you can create notes, you can read your notes, Smart Select, which is tons of fun. You can do things like take little pieces out of a picture, and there's actually a new feature. We should show that real quick. Screen write, which is, take a picture of a map and say, this is how you get here. Live messages, where you draw, and the messages can be either a background, a still background, or an animated background. You can do AR doodles, live translations, and all kinds of other stuff. Let's show real quick. I'm going to get back to pictures, and I'll get back to a still. Okay, you know how we were talking about the moon? So there's a moon picture, and let's see if this works. Watch this. Now I can turn that moon into my own little sticker. So that's fun. I know we've seen that on other phones. Now it's available here. The other thing you can do is with this guy, you can control the screen. You can, So I don't need that right now. I would like Smart Select. I'm supposed to do it with my pen. There we go. So you can see here, I'm going to go in and I'm just going to circle around the moon. And my circle's not great, so I'm going to say snap to object and a little better. And you just come in and trim the areas where you want it. And you get a nice moon sticker that way. But I like the long press now to do that even better. The moon's hard, but I love it. That looks great. So S Pen, all the cool S Pen features you come to know and love, available on the Ultra. The Plus and the Standard, no S Pen features. That's the trade-off. What else you got? Let's see. Any other good questions, Susanna?
The part left hand picture.
Yes. So that's an example. I kind of just glazed over it. I should show it again. So here is we talked about that 100 times space zoom. That's a moon picture. I can almost get the moon in the center of the shot. It's a little hard when it gets a little shaky. There is some stabilization that helps, but I still have to hold on to it a little bit more still. You know what? I was just thinking, I'm going through things. I'm like, if I don't lean down and do an unboxing, I will forget it. Okay, so let's pretend this cool green one hasn't come out of the box yet. Seth, you'll want to get it nice and close for this one. We'll move these guys out of the way just a little bit. There we go. And contents are all the same, of course. Inside the box, you will have your brand new Galaxy S23, S23 Plus, or in this case, an Ultra. We'll take it out. Your phone should not be turned on. Mine was turned on, but there it is. Do a little device tour. There's the back. And of course, USB-C charging port on the bottom. SIM tray down on the bottom. In this case, there's an S Pen because it's an Ultra. Your speaker. You can see we've got some of our 5G antenna closure spot right there. Power button, volume rocker. The top is nice and clean. The rail on the other side, nice and clean. And then, of course, that beautiful display. So device inside the box, you can see nothing else really in the bottom of the tray because everything is hiding up here in the top. So this is where our documentation, terms and conditions, warranty information, our charging cable, and our SIM pin are. So there we go. Quick start guide, like we were talking about, all the little docs, English and Spanish in the box, SIM pin, and USB-C to USB-C charging cable. Nice and simple and easy. And that's what's inside the box. Let's see. Should we talk prices and promotions? Because I always forget that, and I can see there are pricing questions. So, keep me honest, $799 for the S23, $999 for the S23 Plus, and then $1199 for the S23 Ultra. And as my wife would say, that's $800, $1,000, and $1,200. But you save a penny on each one of those. So now there's lots of offers. The pre-order offer, the memory upgrade is done because now we're at launch day. So we should have S23 and S23 Plus on us with Magenta Max. I'm looking at Valerie right over here. She knows all the retail stuff. And then $1,000 off on the Ultra, right? Very nice, very nice. I got it. And then there are other promotions. There's some trade-in stuff. Best thing to do is go to T-Mobile.com or to come into one of your favorite T-Mobile stores. Well, your favorite T-Mobile store. This is one of my favorite T-Mobile stores. Thank you again for having us. And ask questions, get your upgrade. One of our family friends actually just ported over earlier this week and had a great experience. She was with Kevin here in the store. It was awesome. So come in to the great retail folks here at T-Mobile and they'll get you taken care of. So it's happy launch day. Anything else? Let's see. I'm going to see if I have missed any. Oh, eSIM. eSIM. It's got an eSIM. So it is eSIM capable and physical SIM capable. It can do 2 eSIM. It probably can do more, but at least 2, because you could even do the try out the network feature, which we have if you weren't on T-Mobile. I'm just looking at my list here. So let's see, display. How's the sound? Oh, the phones sound fantastic. Due to copyright claims, I'm not going to play anything in the live stream, but yes, dual stereo speakers, they sound great. They fire. The earpiece fires forward, and then the bottom one kind of fires off the side. The sound has been fantastic. So when you go watch Star Trek Picard on Paramount Plus, you'll be very happy with the sound. I think so. Or one of our great unboxing videos, for that matter. I'm just trying to think. I feel like we're missing something. We showed off the features. We did the speed test.
Android 13.
Android 13. There it is. Android 13 out of the box. We talked about Snapdragon. I think that's about it. Let's see. Speakers, they love it. T-Mobile has the fastest 5G. Of course, we have the fastest 5G. eSIM, we got that. Just started so Chuck says he just started the first season of Picard last night. So the nice thing about that is you can just watch and watch and watch and watch because you're kind of playing a little bit of catch up. It's fantastic. I don't think I have anything else. Want to give a shout out to Isaac in San Francisco and Candace in San Francisco for helping us out when we were down there. Isaac's actually in the video, real briefly. We have him say, hey, can you send me that? Which is like your guys' catchphrase, because the photos on this thing are absolutely fantastic. Be sure to watch our unboxing video. Again, on T-Mobile's YouTube page, watch all of our shorts. You can see all the real world examples. Everything is shot on the phones. Photos are captured on the phones, videos captured on the phones, edited on this exact tablet actually right here. And all that stuff. So it's all Samsung, top to bottom. Buds 2 Pros. You can wear your Samsung watch. You can come into our store and see all of the great Samsung. Today, it's launch day. There we go. That's a perfect place to close out. You want to just kind of push in on that? We'll let you just share the epic. Love it. All right, you guys. This has been Des for T-Mobile and team. Thank you, everybody. We're going to go ahead and sign off. And again, if you're watching the replay, we appreciate you coming in and checking out our live stream. Go watch full unboxing. If you have any questions, you can hit me at AskDes, AskDes on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all the things. Of course, our wonderful T-Mobile folks at T-Mobile, no hyphen in the T-Mobile, or T-Mobile Help if you have customer service questions. Thanks so much. Take care. Happy launch day, Samsung and team. Let's go. All right. Thanks, Samsung Galaxy S23 live unboxing.